At a press conference organized by the Tourism Volunteers Network, China Tourism Promoters, and civil society group, coalition of NGOs and advocacy group gathered to emphasize the need for accountability and transparency in Nigeria-China development agreements. The event focused on the partnership formed through the Forum for China-Africa Cooperation and the Belt and Road Initiative, which aim to boost infrastructure projects and tourism in Nigeria. Ambassador Phil Roberts, Executive Director of the Tourism Volunteers Network, praised the agreement signed by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, recognizing the potential for significant growth in Nigeria's tourism, transport, and energy sectors. However, the coalition stressed that transparency is essential to ensure the proper use of funds and the successful implementation of projects.
Nigeria has entered a new phase of cooperation with the People's Republic of China. The purpose of this press conference is not only to highlight the importance of these agreements signed between Nigeria and China and how it will help grow tourism industry, but to make a clarion call for accountability, transparency, and strategic oversight in the execution of these projects highlighted in the MOU signed by Mr. President in China. We extend our sincere gratitude to the Chinese government for its steadfast commitment in Nigerian tourism development. The agreements reached through the Forum of China-Africa Cooperation (FOCAC) in Beijing are not merely transactions, but for nations building. They are promises of roads, railways, energy, and digital infrastructure needed to unlock the potential of millions of Nigerians, which will help in growing our tourism industry. We commend Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his bold step and the prompt actions taken to secure these partnerships. Under his direction, Nigeria is entering a new era of growth and development, and it is a step we all have applauded. We need effective on-the-ground monitoring and evaluation to guarantee that every naira, every yuan, and every effort that is spent on the loan that was collected is fully executed for potential of tourism in Nigeria. We believe that the development should not only happen behind closed doors, but it should be open to all Nigerians to see, because we are the one that went to collect the money.
We have enormous tourism sites in Nigeria that can grow our economy and create jobs and create opportunities everywhere. In every state of this country, if you take a survey, if you do a survey, you see that there are so many tourism attractions that we can leverage on to actually drive a different narrative about our country. We have to start a new coalition in trying to pursue integrity and transparency with regards to how the money that is collected from China is spent in Nigeria. And that is the reason why this new organization is given birth to.
So there's need for improvement. And the good news is that the Chinese have been involved in the development of the Nigerian railways and others. So there's need for modern technology introduction through some of these funds, so that we don't go back to the locomotive days, of railway. If you go out there, you see speed rail, electric rail, rails and all that, trains and the rest of them. So we need to see how this fund is being used in those areas. With our network, across the Federation, with over 350 members on our database, we are fully committed to ensure that this dream and vision becomes a success.
Infrastructure is pivotal to the success of tourism in Nigeria. Infrastructure has to happen, and we're going to make that happen, hopefully with all these kind of collaborations. But prior to that, because infrastructure takes time, it takes a lot of money and takes time, but prior to that, there is still things that we can do to promote tourism.
The coalition called for strategic oversight to guarantee that the partnership leads to meaningful development for Nigerians. Stay tuned for more updates. I am Dorcas Olariwaju reporting for Voicetv Nigeria.